Hello all, and welcome to Explained with Dylan. I had a subject for you guys, which I was just researching. I was preparing for, it looked great, and I was actually quite excited about this subject, and you'll get to see it next week, don't worry. It's a subject that's quite interesting, it's something I know quite a bit about already, and I'm really interested in, so I'm happy to talk about it even more. So I was really excited, I was going to make this video, and then just before I came down to film the video, I happened to click on Apple News. And the first headline I see is National Geographic. This African lake might literally explode, was the title of the article. So, I had to change my subject for today's video. I mean, seriously, I can't go about seeing an article about exploding lakes and not talk about it. This has to be something interesting. So obviously, I did some more research, and here we are. I am now making a video about exploding lakes. Lake Kivu. For those of you that do not know, Lake Kivu is a fairly large lake between the Democratic Republic of the Congo and Rwanda. Now, Lake Kivu is a weird lake. It's very, very unusual to have a lake like this. It's a lake which depths contain carbon dioxide and methane gases. And it's a multi-layered lake, which is very, very unusual. It is very, very rare. There are only two other lakes that are known to be like this. Lake Nyos and Lake Monu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing either of those correctly. They are both lakes in Cameroon. And both of them have erupted in the past 50 years. When these lakes erupt, they release these gases which are poisonous to all the humans and animals around, which cause them to suffocate. When Lake Nyos erupted, sometime in the past 50 years, I don't actually know exactly when it was, it killed over 2,000 people. And here's the problem. Lake Kivu is 50 times longer and twice as deep as Lake Nyos. So you can probably guess that, there are a lot more gases inside of that lake. A lot more which will be spewed out. And another problem. You see, Lake Kivu is around quite a bit more large population centers. The other two lakes were fairly remote, but Lake Kivu is around quite a few, not large, but fairly large population centers, which could cause to be a very big issue. Now, these gases are building up more and more. They're currently around an estimated 60%. And once they reach 100%, scientists say that the lake will, quote-unquote, spontaneously explode. Now, that is not something you exactly want to happen. The good news is, it might take a while to add that extra 40-odd% or so. The bad news is, any major disruption to the tectonic plates under the lake could also cause the lake to, quote-unquote, spontaneously explode. This would mean an earthquake or a volcanic eruption. Now, good news! Once again, this is not an area prone to major earthquakes at the moment. The tectonic plates are pretty stable there. Bad news! There are two active volcanoes right in the area, like really close by. If either of them were to erupt, it would likely cause the lake to erupt with it. Yeah, so not exactly a great thing. Now, if this lake were to explode, people would not even have time to evacuate. It is estimated that it'll take about 1 minute before the people around the lake all start to suffocate. And there are 2 million people, an estimated, approximately, located around the lake. So this is not looking very good for Rwanda or the DRC. Now, Rwanda knows all of this already, and they are not idiots. They are trying to prevent this. So, they've contracted all of this out to a company called Kivu Watt. Its goal is to extract water from the base depths where all these gases are from Lake Kivu. They'll transport it up to the top where they'll separate the gases from the water and then just put the water back in the lake. Then, even better, they can use these methane gases to create more energy, which is great because Rwanda has limited sources of energy right now, and this could help them quite a lot. Slight issue. Some scientists believe that doing this will be the disturbance that Lake Kivu needs, which will cause it to erupt. But at this point, there's nothing more they can do. Right now, the operation is pretty small scale, so it shouldn't do anything. But if they grow exponentially, then it could cause a disturbance. But if they don't grow exponentially, then yes, this lake is going to erupt sometime soon. So you've kind of got to try it. You've got to see if it will work. There can be more testing done. Hopefully scientists will be able to truly figure out if it is a big enough disturbance, depending on how much they're doing it. And hopefully the people prepare proper evacuation plans if they're able to, if you're further out. But all in all, there is not much right now that you can do to prevent a lake from exploding. You just have to hope that it doesn't. But for now, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys again next week.